Greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Minecraft Uplifted server. So, when we last left my adventures, I would just walked to Wisteria. I'm going to walk the road for a bit, the sun's setting, it's going to be a nice night, and I believe where I was getting to my point when I stopped last time. So, yeah, I'm going to walk down the road, see how far I get, might show you one of the towns that are out there. They're pretty cool places, I've had a quick look at them a while back. Tupale, Mushroom Mesa, and Winterhome. The Pale and Winterhome are the two big established, I say big, there's like 4 and 5 players each, I believe. There's that bloody... Okay, so, introduction to Scholar Powers. When I'm carrying my book, I can cast Frostbolt. That's your bread and butter attack. Basically, it's a snowball. A big arc, not very accurate. There's also a Wind Slash, which does more and more damage the more... Oh, I hope I don't die. You know what? I am just going to leave that wisp to it. I am not really in the mood for combat today, and it's killing me rather thoroughly. Flee for my life. I see me doing all that. Hi Enderman, I'm not going to mess with you. And there's 2 skeletons. Right, so when I left last time, I was making my point about the mobs on the server. So you see a skeleton, you think, you know, I can take a skeleton. Frostbolt. Oh, what's that? 168 health points out of 175? What? Yes, mobs on this server are hard. Like nails hard. A lot of new people have a lot of trouble taking them on. So by the way, this is a really good way to cheap out the skeletons, and indeed most mobs. Let me use Wind Slash. Wind Slash is a fun power which does a wee bit of damage, does a wee bit more every time you use it on someone, and adds a short lasting poison effect. Oh, I'm getting shot. Oh, and I'm lagging out. Oh, this is bad. Ah, flee! Why do you hate me? So yeah, the hard mobs kind of throw people a curveball. A lot of people, when they first go on the server, they just can't handle that. God knows I can. It's tough. You get used to it, basically. As time goes by, you figure out the best ways to use your class to fight. For example, the Scholar got to be mobile. They've got to be the most mobile and fastest class. I mean, you'd think like the Pathfinder or Rogue. No. You nip around, you use your Frostbolt, you use Wind Slash, and there's a werewolf. More creatures is also on this. I keep getting distracted by hundreds of mobs everywhere. That's going to kill him. And shut about more creatures. So yeah, you gotta keep on your move, you gotta use Frostbolt, you gotta use Wind Slash. There's also a fun one called Frost Nova, which slows everyone down. You get backed into a corner, you're dead. As a Scholar, no way, you're gone. See ya. Catch you back in 10 minutes to respawn. GG. So yeah, hard mobs. That's a defining factor. And there's a werewolf hiding here. Hi, me Frost Nova. Slows them down rather nicely. The more creatures, get a grip. The more creatures aren't as tough as the vanilla mobs. Thank goodness. I believe they're working on getting them up to the same level. You also don't get experience for killing them, so it balances it. More creatures is fun. They've got taming on this, so you can pretty much tame whichever things you can tame in more creatures. I haven't really played around that much, but I do dream of having a scorpion mount and a black cat. Being a wizard, I've got to have a black cat. It's just how it is. Yeah, there's lots of ruins around the server, and they all hold secrets. At least most of them do. So keep an eye out and have a good look at them. There's often things more than meets the eye. I keep doing that spinning thing. It's because my computer's ain't the most powerful and lags a little bit, so I go swoof all the way around. 180, yeah, no scope. Anyway, so I was talking about things. Talking about the server. So yeah, there's only really about say, a dozen active players on the server as it stands, which is a bit of a shame. There's a lot of potential here, and I'm saying it's a lot of fun. It's kind of ruined vanilla Minecraft for me, and that's no exaggeration. I mean, the combat in this is bloody tense. You've got to be really careful whenever you meet anything out here. And be ready to flee at a moment's notice. What is this all about? Why does this road straight... People just don't know how to build a road. Oh, sorry, I am disappointed. Anyway. But they're all really friendly people. Like, every time you come onto the server, you're all like, hey guys, and they're all, sup? Just like that. Like, literally just like that. Every one of them. So yeah, friendly server, and I think that really helps make it a fun kind of multiplayer experience. I mean, if everyone's being a bit, like, arsey, basically, I probably wouldn't come on quite as often. Ah, yes, the, I don't even know what this road's called. The Eastern Road, I guess? I named the one on the other side the Western Road, because I built that. Yeah, this is like going directly away from my settlement, so I don't actually get to come up here very often. I thought I just looked at the Enderman. So glad I did it. Last time I came past here, they didn't even have a road. Road? They didn't even have a floor. They still don't have a floor or a bed. This inn is the worst. They had food here. They had free food here, and someone's gone and nicked it all. Because I am a conscientious traveller, this is my pack of emergency supplies, just in case you weren't sure. I am going to put some supplies in. I mean, I use this road just the melons, though, because I suddenly realise how valuable steak is. Not very, but it's tasty. So this is an interesting point, right? Everyone I see does doors like this. Whereas I like to put doors so they're actually on the outside edge. I don't know which way is the proper way for a door to be, but this way almost seems a little bit odd to me. Maybe it's just me. I was talking about how friendly everyone was. I was trying to remember exactly where I was. But yeah, that's all you really need to know. Hey, zombie. I beat you with book! Oh wow, this is like a zombie trap. Yeah, wind slash. So once you get a zombie into this kind of position, it's pretty trivial to kill them. Zombies are probably the easiest. They've got an extra sprint ability, which means they get faster when they see you. But situations like this, I'm not concerned. I might even dive in and get all... I'm trying to find a word to describe this. Visceral? I mean, I don't know. I am beating a dead man with a book. I mean, I don't know if it gets much more extreme than that. So I don't actually know how far it is to these various settlements. I could be walking for some time. I suspect I'm about halfway though. I did have markers, but I kind of accidentally deleted them all. Because I'm super clever like that. Oh yeah, whatever. I hear zombies. I got turned around, oh for God's sake. So yeah, the towns which are fairly major at the moment. We've got the Pale, Fort Pale as it's known. Oh god, skeleton, oh god, more skeleton. I could probably take them, but I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. Skellies. So, not really in the mood, to be honest. Hi cow, I beat you. Oh yeah. Trying to collect as much leather as I can. I'm trying to build a library, so basically going to murder every cow I see. There's Fort Pale, which is pretty awesome, and there's Winterhome, which is actually, yeah, the other major server is Winterhome. This is the one up here, and I'm going to visit that one first, because that's more of a, well, I suppose it's kind of 6.5 dozen, but it's, probably, oh, zombie! It might be closer, and I can always double back and then visit the Fort Pale. So I'm going to run up this handy-dandy tunnel here, which was actually made with a tunnel board, I believe, armed with a railway track dropper thing. I haven't played Railcraft, but that's a Railcraft thing. They basically set up this tunnel and said, you know, build, keep building. Hitting the sprint mode. And it dug this out, so that's super handy, and I haven't really touched that stuff at all. I've kind of been taking it easy with the mods, to be honest, you know? I mean, I've been doing a bit of Thaumcraft stuff, I've got a ore refinery built in my basement, but I haven't really done anything major. I like to take it slow, kind of discover things in their own time. I'm also a little bit overwhelmed with choice. I kind of had this problem with Ticket too, it's like, I've got so much I can do, I don't know what to do. But, you know, that's me. What can I say? The other major town, yes, Winterhome, which has several members. Tekia, the server admin. Lizagig, Selquist, I believe, is in that town. And I'm not sure, there might be a couple others. Memory's a bit foggy in that point. It's a cool little frost town. I'm on my way there now. Oh, yeah, the geography. I could be talking about that on the way there. So the geography of this server is also very interesting. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. It kind of makes sense, which is an odd statement to make, but, you know, if you know Minecraft, you know that the biomes are just everywhere. You know, they're completely shotgun. There's absolutely no rhyme nor reason to where the biomes are. And I'm just going to knock you off this bridge because I can't be bothered dealing with you, zombie. Sorry. Oh, for God's sake. I knocked myself off the bridge. There's no rhyme nor reason to God, hi zombie, to the biomes. It's always a bit weird, and oh God, what's going on? Oh, that was thunder. I thought it was a werewolf coming at me. Clearly, Nattigaro also thought, oh, he's in Winterhome too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, thing. Clearly, he thought that was a werewolf. Geography, that's what I was talking about. In the Uplifted server, the temperate grassland areas make a kind of equatorial band around the middle. To the north of that, you start getting tundra and glaciers and actual icy zones. To the north, it's madness. And once you start going south, you start encountering things like deserts and savannas and jungles. So it kind of, the world, there's a logic to it, and that's something that that Minecraft just lacks, you know? I think to myself, you know what, I'm going on an expedition to the north today, and I just go north, and I find the north. It's great. Each place has got its own kind of flavour to it, different ruins, different landscapes. A lot of it is actually hand-painted by Tekia. No, hi Tekia, I was just talking of you. Before the server came up, so it's kind of all, you know, deliberately placed. It's kind of got that handcrafted touch to it, which it appeals to me, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah, geography is cool. You can tell I'm quite enthused by it. This whole idea that biomes make some kind of sense. It's a whole new world to me. A whole new world. There are other places too. Mushroom Mesa, which you saw back on the sign. That's a hermit town. I don't even know what to call it. It's basically a hermit hamlet. Let's call them hermit hamlets, just because it makes sense. That's a hermit hamlet. To the south. We'll be heading there at some point, just because it's on the road, basically. There's my own hermit hamlet. The Ultima Thule Arc. Let me try that again. Take a sip of water first. Give me a sec. The Ultima Thule Arcane Research Institute. It is a center of learning and science and dark magics. This is where the RPG comes into it for me. I like. If you can never tell before, I kind of like doing RPG stuff. Just even if it's just me doing it, I'm entertaining myself. There's also a rival wizardly institute called Big Beards Inc., who are clearly upstarts in names. I don't see them on very often though, and that zombie just stole a torch. You get a frost nova for that, man, because it's just not on. Oh, the magic of a scholar is actually limited by mana, but I've got plenty of mana. Frostbolt and Wind Blast don't really take much. You only really need to worry about mana when you're completely mobbed by mobs. No pun intended. There's another one. There's another little hamlet town just around the corner from me. Basically, all these little independent people, we tend to have our own towns. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to kind of aggregate to towns eventually. I mean, I had initially planned to join Fort Pale, but there's an interesting, if you know Thaumcraft, you know there's a magic nodes system in it. And there's actually not very many nodes in the Uplifted server. They're actually fairly rare. At least they were. I think Tekia did some things to try and change that. But I basically found a town on top of the first one I found. Because I'm a git like that and wanted a monopoly on magic. Yep. Oh, come on, it's been 50 minutes. I'm nowhere near this town. It's much further than I intended. So it's going to be a long episode. Oh yeah, so I'm seeing the little icon there next to Natagaro's name, the CM. That stands for Cold Mist, which is the server's first nation. I'm not sure if there's many towns associated with Cold Mist. But that's a direction Townie takes as well. Hopefully eventually alliances will start to happen. Like, for example, some of my friends are the ones who founded Fort Pale. So I might end up joining their nation if they ever get around to founding one. It's all very interesting. Again, adds a whole aspect to the game you wouldn't normally see. So here we are. Winterhome. The frozen northern wasteland place, and let's look over there later. So, yeah, this is a pretty cool town. The people that live here clearly put a lot of work into their building design, which I can really appreciate. I'm not the best builder when it comes to these games, and I'm lagging. It's come on, you alright? You gonna lag? I don't need to lag out now, because that would just be sad. I only just arrived. Thank you. They clearly put a lot of effort into their buildings, and yeah. Take a moment. No more lag. Which, you know, it's really got a northern icy tundra building look going on, which my place, Ultima Thule, just doesn't really. Well, it's kind of cool, but it's in a different way. You know what? I'm going to cut this episode here because my computer's starting to lag out. It's probably because I've got a long episode going on. So I'm going to catch you guys